Doma Sports Talk Worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed, baby. Now, let's check this out. In the world of boxing, we got a big fight supposed to be coming sometime, and that's Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury, or Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder, the trilogy fight. And we're getting news that, hey, if the trilogy fight gets put back from what at the end of the year in the first place to maybe February, the Tyson Fury and his team, they want to fight this year. They're not waiting. But like I said before, you never know what's up tomorrow. Right? You never know what's up tomorrow. I don't really want to come to you guys and tell you, hey, the fight has been canceled with Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, because you're gonna be like, well, duh. There's so many everything's canceled. Your job might be canceled. Everything that you was planning on doing, your vacation was canceled. Going to visit your grandparents was canceled. You know what I mean? All kind of stuff has been canceled. I don't even know why we should be saying everything is tentative, right? Even the date that's supposed to be fixed should be tentative. We don't know what's going to happen, so it's like a little bit stupid to be talking about it. It could go down. Here's a suggestion. There's places on the planet who's gotten it together when it comes to the coronavirus, right? If Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, if they're gonna fight, it doesn't have to be America. And let's make sure this is clear. Tyson Fury can't fight in the UK anywhere. He doesn't have a license. I know no one tells you that. You probably forgot. He doesn't have a license because he's had a doping transgression with nandrolone and said that somebody gave him wild boar and they didn't. That person said that they didn't. Martin Carefoot, the farmer. So the UKAD was supposed to be opening up another investigation to find out what's going on. And until then, Tyson was going to get suspended. But what he did, he just dropped it. I don't need that license because he's fighting in America anyway. But at the end of the day, he hasn't got his license back. Now we do know Martin Carefoot basically dropped the case, saying that he's getting too much trouble. People coming to his house. Basically, he's scared, so he's not going to do anything else. But that shouldn't stop the UKAD. Now, should it? So who knows what's going on with that? But here's the deal: you can fight anywhere. You can fight anywhere, right? Look at New Zealand right now. No cases lately. So hey, pack your bags, grab Joseph Parker from Vegas, and tell him to go home, be on your undercard. Promise Joseph Parker one of the next fights. Go over there, let Joseph Parker fight your boy. Forget the dude's name right now. Let him fight somebody good on the undercard, and go to New Zealand and have the fight or whatever. Because since you can't go to UK and America, neither one of the countries getting it together. Something similar about the person who's leading the country now, isn't it? Most places where it's not get together, right? The leader has something in common with our leader. Now, don't they? But anyway, go to New Zealand. A lot of times, like even Canelo Alvarez right now, talking about, what is he talking about? Hey, I want to fight English in England. I want to get the English market. Knowing damn well that he done fought about four Englishmen. I can probably mention three. I know Leon Smith was one. Wasn't the little brother from Ricky Hatton, Matthew Hatton, or whatever his name was one? That's a Leon Smith, Amir Khan, and probably somebody I'm missing. Rory Fielding. That's four of them right there. How many of them you want to fight? Right? And here's what he tried to get over on you. Like, I want to get the market. You've already got the market, but I want to get the market, so I got to fight an Englishman in England. No, you don't. Don't think that Muhammad Ali went to Zaire to fight an African. He fought George Foreman, didn't he? Don't think he went to Thailand, Manila over there, right? To fight a Thailander. He fought Joe Frazier, right? So you can have big fights. Don't mean you got to go over there, right? So don't let Canelo get away with saying that, because he got some middleweights he can fight anywhere on the planet and people will be hyped about it. It doesn't have to be English. He got away with that, saying Kovalev was hey, two weight divisions higher so he can fight that and didn't have to fight undisputed in last September. Now this September still ain't fighting nobody. Bottom line, right? So whatever happens with Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, even though I'm going back and forth, I'm just saying is stuff is gonna get canceled, right? And if it does, it does. If it doesn't, if Tyson Fury want to go fight somebody else, then whatever. He's going to get a pass for doing it anyway, even though he's contracted to fight Deontay Wilder. He probably doesn't want to sit out so long. That's what his promoter is saying. But, last time he was contracted to fight Deontay Wilder, wasn't he? He went and fought Tom Swartz. Everybody was okay with that. Then he fought Otto Wallen. Everybody was okay with that. No one said if Wilder would have went somewhere and fought somebody, like a Wallen or a Tom Swartz, it would have the hell would have broke loose. Wilder, while he was taking a break, fought Dominic Breazeale and Louis Real King Kong Ortiz. I challenge any fighter fighting right now to fight those two guys behind each other. Anybody, like anybody, especially Tyson Fury, because he's supposed to be so bad right now. Tyson Fury against Dominic Breazeale is an awesome fight, and Tyson Fury's losing to Ortiz. My opinion, losing to Ortiz for sure, but Dominic Breazeale, that's a real bad fight because Tyson Fury gonna have to knock Breazeale out, and that's not easy to do. And he doesn't have the punching power to get him out of there, and Breazeale's gonna come forward until you knock him out. Ask Joshua and ask Deontay Wilder. Those are good fights. I challenge anybody to fight Dominic Breazeale and Louis the Real King Kong Ortiz right after each other. That's why when we talk about Deontay Wilder didn't do this, do that, I got to laugh at stuff like that because those were awesome wins. Especially when you were supposed to be fighting Tyson Fury and he went somewhere else, and then you fought those guys with all the other stuff that's running around, man. Shoot, that's awesome to me. But bottom line is, who cares right now? We got other stuff to worry about. If the fight don't happen, then don't happen. If it happens in February, that's cool too. It doesn't really happen. And like I told you before in other videos, I don't think the fight's happening anyway. Somebody gonna get sued. There's gonna be some lawsuits going down, probably. That's what I expect. I don't expect anything else. Now, I'd rather justice anyway, like I've said before. But it's just interesting to hear that the promoters say, hey, Tyson Fury would rather fight this year. And I'm pretty sure Tyson Fury, now that he's back, he doesn't want to go into a long lull. We're not hearing nothing from Deontay Wilder because I know what time it is with him. Deontay Wilder ain't saying nothing. And him and Al Heyman ain't saying nothing. You think about it. The patience. He's talking to Al Heyman because Al Heyman has never said anything, has he? So Deontay Wilder's taking, take some notes there. Like, well, I ain't got nothing to say because it don't matter. Well, I'm just going to show you what's up. No reason to talk about it because it's going to get turned around anyway. So interesting stuff. We might not be getting the fight in December, and if we don't get it until February 2021, right? What's going to happen is then Fury going to probably fight somebody else. But I just have to say this. So what? Doma Sports Talk worldwide, and I'm about to here, y'all.